Summer.
Hey, oh, super grateful for this. Also,
Yay.
sometime that was like perfect too for me. Um, okay, so I'm having a hard time even like formulating the question. I was really niche into like an EOS alternative, like entrepreneurial operating system alternative. So I was like
That's what
helping
we
people
use.
with systems, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So it was like I was just helping people with systems. I'd been working as a VA, and then head of operations for 13 years. So I know systems. I was not in alignment with like my zone of genius and joy, which is more like feminine productivity versus like this like, systematic productivity, right? Like I'm a seven, I'm like want to have fun. So I got like stuck in this for a couple of years, not like stuck, but like I built a business, made more than I'd ever made, worked less than I ever worked, like did the systems, and then like lost my mojo, like just completely was like, this isn't what I want to be doing. I like put that energy into the world, like, and my clients like started trickling. I had no shows for the first time. Everybody canceled after like a few months of like me just like fumbling. And now I'm like completely lost my mojo. I'm like 2 months and more insecure than I've ever been, no confidence. And I'm like enrolling in like a cycle coaching training. I enrolled in a cycle coaching training because I love menstrual cycle like stuff. I've been talking about it for 6 years, like my own cycle, but not in a business way. So now I'm like, okay, I guess I'm making my business cycle coaching. I'm trying to like incorporate that into like systems for your business around like feminine productivity with like knowing your body. But I have no confidence right now. Like I just don't believe I have any value to offer the world anymore. And I don't know how to like get it back. My nervous system is like haywire. I can't make any money right now. And I'm trying to like just like relax my nervous system and like believe in myself again. But I don't know how. So yeah, I'm just like unrooted completely. And I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks.
Yeah. I'm super grateful for you opening up in this space. You definitely are not alone. I don't know a human who has not felt this way at some point. So all that to say, it doesn't take away the confusion and stickiness that you might feel and like the unrootedness. I'm going to offer a few things. Take what you want, leave the rest. The feeling of lacking confidence is a feeling that you feel. So I'm not removing the feeling. I'm not saying that's not true. You can absolutely feel that way. But I will offer a mirror that I think that's not really a full true statement, because you just raised your hand on a call of 40 strangers and you express yourself in a way that to me shows a lot of confidence. The feeling is real. The uncertainty is real. What it sounds like to me, and I don't know you, so I can't coach to a level that I can't coach to. You are likely in a metamorphosis, and you haven't met that version of you yet, that next version of you, and that can feel very unhinged, unrooted, very scary, right? And I've been there. I'm currently going through it myself, which is why there are tears in my eyes. But what I would say is, tactically, because I hear you on the feminine. I'm a huge fan of structure because I believe structure creates freedom. And you even said, you're like, I made the most money I made. I worked the least hours I've ever worked. I'm like, wow, that sounds awful, right? But it's like the structure got you there. Let's get you back to some of the structure. I'm not saying feminine is bad. I'm not saying alignment is bad. I'm not saying taking a beat is bad. But if we can get you back to some of the structure, I think that would help create some of the confidence. And so here's what I mean. Tiny little things, because action breeds confidence. Action breeds confidence. When we haven't done something, we don't feel confident in it. But taking action, trying something, it's like ready is an illusion. Ready is a lie. You can't feel ready for something until you've actually done it. So what would it look like? And I'll just give you some examples. What would it look like if you started creating like micro little challenges for yourself every single day that you knew you could win? For example, it's pretty rare that I miss a workout because I love working out. So for me, a little micro win would be just getting my workout in. And I am a recovering perfectionist, type A, high achieving woman, like a lot of people on this call, men too. I love a gold star. Like if I could check something off my to-do list, I feel very, very proud of myself, right? To a fault. What are micro, tiny, little baby challenges that you know you can be successful at? And it doesn't have to do with your business at all. And that's my point. It's like, can we create a structure in your life right now that every single day you start to have these wins that will start to build the confidence back up? Tiny little ones, baby little challenges. And over time, you can start to make them a little bit bigger. You can make them a little bit more challenging, a little less realistic, a little less of like, well, of course I'm going to do that today, right? But it's like bringing ourselves back up that ladder of, I can do this. I got this. I crushed that yesterday. And when it comes to things like your to-do list, especially when you've been leaning more into the feminine, less is more. We've all heard the quote, like we underestimate what we could do in a year, but we overestimate what we could do in a day. Stop putting 10 things on your to-do list. One, just one thing that you want to get done to move the needle for tomorrow. And then anything else is extra. Talk about winning. Anything else is extra. The only thing that I need to do tomorrow is this one thing. And it can't be write a sales page, because that's not one thing. That's like 100 things in one task, right? Like a sales page is 100 tasks. It's got a lot of micro tasks, but it could literally just be like, put the dang laundry away. Like just put it away. I did the laundry. Now I have to put it away, right? I did it. Okay, cool. Anything extra is gravy. And I think that over time, for me, this is what has worked. It's just starting to kind of get my feet back on the ground when I feel like I'm ungrounded, like you said, unrooted. And I will offer you this as well. So if you didn't know, Mike and I, my husband, we used to live in an RV. We did RV life for 14 months. And it was in that time that I had a lot of this inner growth that was really painful and dark. And the entire time we were living in the RV, all by choice, really amazing experience, super grateful. And it was really hard. I kept saying every day, I don't feel rooted. I don't feel grounded. I don't feel rooted. I don't feel grounded. And then I realized that was because I was in a season of flight. And when you're flying, you cannot be on the ground. How could I be rooted if I was flying? And it was like, I can either resist the flight, and what I resist persists, and I can beat myself up about it, and I could feel awful about it, and I could tell myself that I'm not confident, and I don't know my voice, and I don't know what to say, and I don't know what direction to take. Or I can be present in the moment and know that this season of flight, this season of growth, this season of challenge is going to end one day. And even in the hard, it's going to end one day. And so what if I just got present to the fact that I was flying and I just enjoyed the ride for however long it lasted? And every time I go through something like that, if I'm in a deep, dark state, if I'm doubting myself, which by the way, I do a lot all the time, it comes up if I'm comparing myself, it's like, okay, I'm a human. These are normal emotions, but can I get present to how I feel right now? Because even if how I feel sucks, it isn't going to last forever. And actually, what's the problem of not knowing what to say? I don't have to make that mean that I'm not confident. I'm just in the middle of a transformation and I haven't met the next version of me yet. I'm in the middle of a metamorphosis and I don't know what's on the other side. That's the approach that I would take, because it takes the weight off of my shoulders of having to know what's next. And I think that's where a lot of times we feel the lack of confidence is because we don't know what's next. And when we have that uncertainty, it could feel very, well, uncertain, right? And it's like, this feels awful. I don't feel good because I don't know what's next. But what if that's the season you're in, and what a fun adventure? I don't know if that helped anymore, but I'm really excited for you to take your glasses off tonight, because that's going to be your micro win. And I know you're going to do it. And that's going to be like, did it, took my glasses off, and we're all going to be celebrating you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you loved this episode, I invite you to be a part of our ripple effect and share it with a friend. And please, if you feel called, take 30 seconds to leave a 5-star review, and I'll be forever grateful. Until next time, cheers to your evolution.